The following program is intended for mature audiences.
I'm holding my bladder. Let's get at it.
Oh, not that mature.
Program the computer.
Okay.
We create a mental atmosphere.
Fear not, my friends. This will be my greatest performance.
Give it to me.
Here we go. We came, we saw, we
Kicked August right in the butt.
Oh, here it is.
You
Here
really?
it is.
Already August right here. This is Mornings on the Beach, your Sunday morning edition. My name is Danny Lemos.
I'm Mike Stark.
Melanie Ray.
And today on the show,
Everyone has said that Donald Trump does this. But now we have video proof.
Oh, I know what's coming.
Poop Rule.
Yeah, is it poop?
And
I'm working really hard to find beautiful or positive stories for you, and I found one.
that's awesome. And I love it. And when I read it, I thought to myself, wait, I have something to add to it. 'Cause
Good.
it helped me this past week. Anyway, here we are. And starting off the show today, I love this.
I've seen it 3 times.
Our new heroes, South Park, right? Everybody, you know what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
I've seen the episode 3 times, and I
Yes.
laugh every time.
Well, according to ratings, 6 million other people saw it during the premiere, not any other time. So we're talking about there's millions and millions and millions of people who've seen this parody. And it is a parody.
Yeah.
Which is why they
Or
can get away
is
with
it?
Yeah. And there's all kinds of things, like now there's the behind the scenes and how they made some of the shoots.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Keep it in the news. Keep it in the news.
Yeah, and that's what we do not want this to go away.
Right.
And so they issued a new preview and a little. It's a little scene they cut from the show, but they edited it out for a preview of the show, or a promo. And it is Satan getting his leg tickled by Trump under the table, and then Satan telling him to knock it off.
Right.
Yeah.
Nobody seems to get along with him. Matt.
Well, you know what's great is if you've ever seen the South Park movie from whatever 20, 30 years
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
that whole shtick was Satan and Saddam Hussein, and the animation is the exact same style
Yeah,
with
yeah.
how they did Trump,
Now-
except using his tiny penis as well.
And you know that the thing the Wall Street Journal, they posted it, and USA Today, when they posted about the ratings, you know the way they did the ratings,
I
because
know.
whose skin is that going to get under?
Exactly. Well, and the brilliant thing about it is that if Trump sues Paramount, right, if Trump has to face a Paramount, the Paramount has to face a suit from Trump, that's one thing. And then if they cancel the show, then they get sued by the South Park guys
Yeah.
for breach of contract.
Yeah.
And they made $1.5 billion for
Yeah.
30 episodes. And that was number 1. That was episode number 1.
Listen, I'll tell you something. There's something to be said for not being relevant, according to Donald Trump.
Right. When Donald Trump calls you irrelevant, keep going.
Oh, my
Yeah, and
God.
I heard that they plan to continue this
Yeah.
theme
Of course they
throughout the
do,
season.
because
So,
it's going to increase their watchers, and it's going to make a statement, you
Yeah.
know. And I feel like the government has failed us. Our 3 branches, our Democrats, checks and balances, all of that has failed us. But comedians are keeping it up in the news, which is art.
They're
right?
doing the
Art's
things-
going to get us through.
Media won't take them to task like that. The media won't. So guess what? Those artists are, and we're not going to stop talking about it. We hope they never will, because we're going to talk about Epstein until they come back from vacation, the congressman.
Yep. So is
Because we're-
Colbert.
keep
Colbert's
it
got
up.
no reason to
Yeah.
quit talking now. You know, let's do it.
Yeah, and that's not the only revolution of the week. Apparently, artists are getting together and leaving Spotify in droves. Did you hear about this?
No, I hadn't heard.
Their investments in AI, what they call weapons, right, to be able to produce music without artists, are angering the artists who are making almost nothing
Right.
on the platform. And so they labeled it in an article that was in the LA Times as the garbage hole platform, Spotify.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and I'm thinking, I'm looking back over my shoulder thinking, aren't our podcasts on Spotify? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll have to make a decision about that depending
But
on what happens.
hopefully you're listening on 99.1 KLBP.
Right. Live people, we are absolutely real people here and behind the studio. We're not AI, but that's something that, wow, that's next. Musicians, and then, of course, the jobs that are already being taken away from radio announcers or voiceover announcers. Mm-hmm. If you're watching a video special, the other day I'm watching something on Netflix, and I realized this is an AI announcer.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the flat tone they have.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm thinking, oh no, there's another job.
That was not taken by
Augensteyers,
that job wasn't taken by an immigrant, by the way.
Yeah, no, it was taken by a machine.
Right.
And so, of course, these artists, Spotify, the LA Times reported them as being upset enough to say, hey, listen, we're just leaving. We're going to go find some other platform. And there's, I guess, room out there for other platforms that give you a better rate.
Oh, yeah.
But, oh, man, to be a musician, it has to be not about the money. Otherwise, forget
Right.
it. You're going to make yourself insane.
Right. It's got to be taking a stand.
Yeah, because once you start saying, I want to get paid to do this, and you don't know how many people have started, in small places, small radio stations, even in college radio, and saying, I want to make money. I won't do it unless I can make money doing it. It's not about that. It's about,
Right.
because I think, why do we come over here?
Is that why I'm not getting paid?
Yeah. But I thought, why am I doing what I'm doing? And it's because of my little voice. We can amplify it.
Right.
Not a whole lot of people have a radio station at their fingertips. We do. And what we hope to amplify is just what is really going on out there, is keeping the drumbeat going.
Yeah.
So they can't deflect. And boy, are they trying. And we'll get to that up in the Trump Dump segment of our show.
Trump dump.
Yeah. So, but that's what's going on right now. And much more than that. But like RFK, yikes.
Oh, I haven't even heard from him lately. Is he
Guess
on
what?
A new thing?
Yeah. If you're having toxic health care, if you're having chronic illness, it's most likely your fault.
Oh.
That's the new statement to come out of the Secretary's office, saying that because of your choices.
Okay, this is a guy that has Kennedy money.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say that. And he still sounds like that.
Yeah. So if you wanted to have a healthy breakfast, and I'm talking about like the vegetables and fruits, you still got to buy that stuff. So when you have a family, maybe 5 kids all going to school, you're going to opt for something that's going to be cheap and quick.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that. Obviously, he does not.
Right.
Those choices. But again, when manufacturers are putting excessive amounts of sugar and diabetes rates go up, there's no confusion there where that comes from.
There was a clip recently. I can't remember his name. The scientist, one of his names is Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I can't think of his name. We all know who he is. Anyway, and he was talking about the lifespan increasing through the centuries, and that in the 1700s, half people died before they were 30.
Right.
And in 50 years, 100 years, that number went up to 35. And everybody then was eating organic.
Right.
And the air was clean and the water was clean, and it's technology and medical care and antibiotics and treatments and all these things that have prolonged our life.
Things like just getting out of your sofa and getting out of the house.
But also medicine. I mean, medicine's keeping us
Food.
alive as well. Food, but the
you're
point
right.
being that access to health care is also what is prolonging life, and that's what they're cutting off.
Yeah, of course.
And they're blaming us. So now you're going to die young. It's on you.
And the rationale isn't just about what your health care.
They don't care about our health, right? It's about
just
taking
don't-
money
yeah.
away from our health care and telling us it's our fault. We're
And
dying.
if you, by the way, understand how this is going on and want to explain it to us, we'd be happy to hear from you. info@klbb.org. I would literally put you on the air so you could explain to me what the rationale being taking things away from people that need it most and giving the tax breaks to millionaires who need it the least, why that makes sense and why that doesn't communicate to the MAGA.
It's just greed and narcissism.
Yeah, but at least there's a lot of us out there saying the same thing right now, right?
Right.
Because we're looking at elections coming up.
When is that?
Well,
Midterms.
Yeah, midterms next
We
year.
got 2 years, don't we?
I'm just looking forward because
Yeah, right.
there's a tiny little pinpoint at the end of the tunnel, but it's going to get bigger as we get there because there's so many people that are so unsatisfied.
Well, and they're trying to limit the consequences to hit after the midterms, but they can't do it all because I'm on the Obamacare. I'm on that, and I just got an email yesterday saying, in 2026, expect a huge increase in your fees because
course.
they're cutting out all the credits. So,
and that'll be good for most of the country.
yeah, right. And then we
Yeah.
go vote.
Yeah. Well, there'll be that.
Right.
It'll hit you right when it's time to go vote. And I'm dealing with Social Security. And I thought, I'm going to escape all these problems. But no. Because what's happening to me is an effect of the downsize of the office personnel. Right?
Right.
So what's happened is it's time for me to enroll in Part B Medicare so I can get, because my insurance from my employer is ended. And so I elect to enroll in Part B. And I do what they say on the website, right? I fill my application out, and then I wait, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait. 6 weeks later, I get 2 letters from the same day from the Social Security Administration. One of them says, you're not eligible for this. The other one says, you're eligible, but you got to fill out this form.
So which did you pick?
I'm just the eligible one. I'm like, wait a minute. Are there two people answering my email? Or this person decided to grab whatever's there and send it to me because it came in the mail.
Those systems were understaffed to begin with.
Yeah, and it's worse now.
Of course.
6 weeks to answer my email to tell me that the form I sent them, as they requested, needs to be placed on Form CS1614AD. What? So I have to send that to my employer because it says, take this to your employer. That's easier said than done. The building's gone. So I did. I found it, got it all over there, and we're mailing it back. Okay, and then they say, mail this back, and the envelope enclosed. What do you think? No envelope.
Right.
So I don't even know if the address I'm sending it to is the right address.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they do this on
No,
purpose.
I've been trying to communicate with the IRS.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
Yeah, that's fun. And it says fax this to whatever form. And I fax it, and it just says error.
I know.
And I double triple check the fax, and that's my money, right?
Yeah.
That's my money.
Yeah,
I have
exactly.
a right to that information. I guess not.
I have a great idea for a game show, and it would put 3 people on stage. One's trying to communicate with the SSA. The other one's trying to communicate with the IRS.
Right.
And the third one would be what? A DMV?
Disability.
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah, DMV.
And then you just put a timer under each one and see which one ends up being quicker. And we'll have everybody at these organizations tune in to say, you want to win this week? Answer the phone.
Right. Right.
I thought I'm going to go in, if I have to carry this letter, I'm going to go in and carry it. But I've been through that process. So I've loaded up. I got books. I
Right.
got things to eat. Because that can be
Right.
a long time. You're going to wait there.
Right.
I think you're required.
A mobile
if you're
toilet.
talking about Social Security,
I
you have
am.
to make a reservation now.
Go ahead. Good luck.
Yeah.
Well, I made an appointment. I made an appointment for my name change, and it's 6 weeks from now.
Wow.
And we'll see when I
This
get there.
is your government.
It's a specific time. It's 6 weeks from now, but I'm sure I'll be there for 4 hours.
So like us, I'm sure the stories out there are affecting you as well.
Absolutely,
Because
yeah.
it's starting to trickle. We're starting to feel the effects. They're touching everybody. The
and we're 8
tentacles.
months in.
Yeah, that's all. That's terrible. So, we'll tell you what. Let's get to the Trump dump. We haven't even started that yet.
I know.
But first, we want to play. This is a great song. I thought I'll improve your mood this morning with this.
Yeah, this is Ozomat Lee and
Oh, I love
Redline. Okay, Mornings on the Beach, brand new music from Ozomat Lee
That's great.
and Redline.
I
Nice.
love it. Where do you get your
Nice.
music from?
Oh, I'll never tell.
It's not Spotify.
All right, that backup
No, it
sound. It means it's time for the Trump dump. There we go.
Oh, that's
Look
the
out.
kind.
Here we come. Here comes the crap.
Oh, that's the kind of dump you were talking about.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Well, I'll tell you what, it starts off with Maria Shriver, who's actually a Kennedy relative, right? Mm-hmm. She tweeted about the idea for renaming the Kennedy Center.
Oh.
Did you hear about this?
Yes.
They want to rename it the Donald J. Trump Center for Performing Arts. And I'd be happy as long as they had an F to that word.
For performing arts and live wrestling. Right.
That would be it.
For performing arts and tractor pull.
Yeah, sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, be on that'll be all on the granite. Yeah, there's a bill in Congress. If you didn't hear about this, they're trying to rename this. Come on,
This is like all dictators do.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, Maria Shriver weighed in, saying this is absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's so petty and so small-minded. And she's absolutely right. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, but
But that's just leading us off today here on the Trump Dump. What do we got next? We've got the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, right?
Oh.
They're ready to overturn the scientific reason for climate regulations. Let me go over that sentence again. They're looking to overturn the scientific reason for climate regulations.
can you overturn science?
You know, I gather you can. If you're a Republican in this country today, you think I can do anything, so we're going to push back against the climate. And Mother Earth is going, yeah, well, let me show you that. Let me
Right.
toss a tsunami at your coastline.
Right, right.
Exactly. Among other things.
Among earthquakes in Russia at 8.8.
Yeah.
Now, that's scary. Because
That's a big one, yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
And I like to say they're on the other side of the earth. And, of course, who's on the draw a line straight through the earth and see where you end up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the people. The earth is easy to understand. It's men that are messed up.
Right.
The Earth is saying, nope, if we're overloaded, we're just going to shake you off.
Yeah.
And they tried this week.
The funny thing about this EPA thing is several of the comedians pointed this out. They had a clip of on Fox News of the EPA director making his case for doing away with all this stuff.
Yeah.
In the corner was the forecast for the 126 degree forecast in Missouri. It was in the corner of the Krylon. So it just shows you they're just
That's not climate change. That's a stock market, Mike. That's not climate change. I love it. It's reality. I mean, science to me is reality.
It is reality. If you don't believe in gravity, you don't float off the planet. Right? It's just
ain't gonna hold me down.
right. I don't believe in it.
Is it getting silly? Thank God that we have no material for this show.
Right.
We already mentioned about Robert Kennedy and that in his policy now of saying it might be your own fault. This is reported to, believe it or not, the Kaiser Foundation was the ones that released this. It was the KFF Health News, saying that, let's see, in their zeal to make America healthy again, the Trump administration officials are making statements that some advocacy and medical groups say depict patients and the doctors who treat them as partly responsible for what ails them.
That's what gaslighters do. That's the whole game. It's your fault you're poor. It's your fault you're sick.
Yep.
It's your fault,
Now, of course, he says that autism, he said this before, is preventable. And the rates are rising because of toxic substances in the environment, which could be the case. However,
well, the rates are also rising because the testing tools are improving.
Yeah. And
these when I was a kid, these kids were just weirdos. And now they're now they're diagnosed, and we know how to support those people.
Yeah. And like my friend says, it's a spectrum, so it means you're all on it.
Right.
On one side or the other. Otherwise, it's not a spectrum.
Yeah.
But he's talking about autistic kids. And these are kids who will never pay taxes. They'll never hold a job.
That's a lie.
They'll never play baseball. Yeah, all of that.
All those are lies. And it is so offensive. I'm a special ed teacher, and I've worked with many kids with autism, and they are absolutely employable. Now, it's a continuum. They're not all employable for everything, but I can tell you that their ability to focus, go down a checklist, remember what you ask them to do, follow directions to the note.
Right.
Those are all strengths of people with autism. And, Gates. If you ever watch Gates, he's autistic. I mean, there's Musk. Right, these are all guys that are on the spectrum, and autism comes with an ability to focus on a micro thing, and if that micro thing is computer programming,
exactly.
If it's something that can make you a lot of money, you can make a lot of money in that thing.
Exactly.
So those are all lies, and they are cruel.
And it's more than just rhetoric. It is
damaging.
It's damaging.
Yes.
It's what they believe in. And they're going to change, because they have control, they're going to change the way you and I respond to our own health care. And hang on, because we'll get through this. That's the point.
Well, then who was the Kennedy? There was a Kennedy woman who was lobotomized, right? Because she had mental health issues.
Yeah. Kathleen.
So technology, science has brought us from the place where we're cutting out parts of women's brains, people's brains. They used to cut women's brains, parts of their brains out for menopause because they couldn't understand the behavior. And through science, we've been able to learn, it's hormonal, it's this, it's that, and then improve the quality of these people's lives. And now they're just saying it's your fault.
Yeah. And once again, if that doesn't arm you enough, talk about with your friends this weekend.
And there are people who have infinite resources, right? The Kennedys have infinite resources.
Right.
So he can go to the specialist and do the tests and do the things, and we can't because we don't have that kind of money.
I think
and that's our fault.
It'll be solved, I think, when an army of zombie autistic people rise up at the Kennedy's compound.
Well, that was January 6th. No, that's not it.
Yeah, we got through that one.
That was zombies.
But for those of you who enjoy a little bit lighter bit of news from the Trump dump, we've got something for you here, and it's a video that they caught of Donald Trump.
It's an interesting video, and he can walk this aside because he didn't actually do the cheating.
You're right.
He had the caddy do the cheating. He had hit the ball into the rough. If you know anything, I don't know that much about golf, but I know that if you hit it into the rough, you need to play it where it lands.
That's the law. Yep.
Well, when they pulled up to retrieve the ball and play it from the rough, the caddy tossed a ball onto the regular
Right.
playing field, and he played it from
You play it
there.
right there, and it's all on video.
Yeah, it's all on video.
Well, he only wins his own tournaments.
Yeah.
Like, what does that tell you?
Yeah.
and the other thing is, he wasn't playing with anybody. He was playing by himself.
And so he wins.
So why does he even need to do it? He's not even
Because he's
not-
a baby. He's a
well,
baby.
Yeah, there you go.
You know?
I got to tell
Gee,
you.
Melanie, you're giving us new information.
I know, right? Well, that's the thing that kills me too, and I'm glad that these things are in the news because I know it pisses him off, and I want him mad. But
I love that.
Duh.
Keep it up.
But he's a cheater.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, and a cheater's a cheater's a cheater. A wife,
Ask his
golf,
ex-wife.
the country. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I love the fact that where's our first lady? Like, really, you don't hear much from her. And
No.
maybe towards Christmas when it's
She's
time
with
to
her,
decorate.
she's with her boyfriend.
you
Well, no,
You know?
I'm sure there's a contract somewhere that says she needs to make X number of appearances. I mean, she clearly cannot stand him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure there's a contract somewhere that says you need to make X number of appearances. You don't have to hold his hand.
And he believes that people really like her. I mean, maybe I don't know anybody that likes her. It should know.
Well, initially I thought they were going to rename the Kennedy Center over her.
Yeah, that's what I'd heard.
Which
The
is what
first
I
thing,
had
yeah.
heard.
Yeah, that was probably him trying to get out of something he'd done, like
cheating.
any other husband.
Like
yeah,
cheating.
like cheating.
I tell you what, baby. You want the Kennedy Center?
But I'll tell you
Never
what-
mind. I'll take it.
The millions that they spend when he golfs because they have to hire all the security and close
Right.
the roads and all.
They got to hire the caddies.
Yeah, the cheating caddies. But I'd take the money that was spent over the Area 51. Do you remember this story back in 2009 when they stormed Area 51?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There's a documentary out, Trainwreck.
Oh, is that
it's
one of the?
awesome.
Oh, I want to see that one.
I had no idea that it was that grand. First of all, an idea. I'm not going to give it away.
Oh, okay.
However, the military has reportedly spent $1.5 million, maybe more. I think it was $11 million on protecting the base, right? Because it's got out of control. So watch the documentary, but I'd rather take that money being spent for something like that because we still don't know if there's aliens in there. But a lot of people are saying, well, if they spent that much money protecting it, there's got to be
Yeah, it
aliens
just
in there.
adds to it.
Exactly.
But as opposed to giving that money to this man to golf, that just gets my thing. But if you're reading like I do before bed, the Atlantic magazine, by the way, had a wonderful opinion piece this morning called "Let's Ban Non-Existent Things." And what they're talking about is congressional Republicans have introduced the Clear Skies Act, a bill to prohibit weather modification within the United States for other purposes. Okay, this is not what is causing extreme weather, but we're going to ban it anyway.
Well, who's protecting us from the unicorns?
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I want to know.
Oh, there's $1.5 million for that, probably somewhere
Right.
too. That's amazing, but I love their take on it. It's all about, let's go ahead and ban things that actually do not happen. So let's ban cancer from windmills.
Yeah.
Because we don't want that to happen, right?
Yeah.
And they break down, by the way, they're all from China. By the way, the windmill consortium has reached out to Donald Trump and said, we're not all from China. It's not true.
Right.
It's a big windmill screwing us again.
Well, which one?
Right. Right.
Yeah, well, that's your week in the Trump dump.
Yeah.
It's enough right now. But we're going to get to our very special guest. And this is a young lady who decided it was time to make friends on an app, not to look for hookups. And we'll explain. That's coming up next. But first, we got some music.
Again, brand new music. There's a lot of brand new music coming out, and we'll get back to playing some oldies but goodies.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you want to hear oldies but goodies, listen to Mike Anthony on the weekends. He has a great show.
Mike is so
that does
great.
that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
This is new music from Jeff Tweedy, and Enough, as you said. Hey, we're KLBP, and we're on a boat.
I'm on a boat. Everybody look at me because I'm sailing on a boat.
You can join us Thursday, August 14th at 7 p.m. for a 2-hour boat cruise out of Shoreline Village in Long Beach that includes music, dinner, drinks, and special prizes. And you're on a boat.
This boat is real.
Help us reach our goal to build a new newsroom for KLBP while enjoying a cool summer evening cruise on the Long Beach Harbor. Tickets and information are available at klbp.org, courtesy of Spirit Cruises, a proud sponsor of KLBP.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
It's Mornings on the Beach right here, your Sunday morning show. Enjoying your coffee this morning. We have something that showed up as an email in my inbox this past week. And it was regarding a new website and app, and it's called Les Amis. It prioritizes friendships over fleeting connections. And the way I guess we'll say it is more, inappropriate, but, one-nighters. Making it more special. So we invited the author.
Waka.
Anna Bilych is here with us, and this is your project, correct?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, thanks for the invitation.
Oh, no worries.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being available.
I founded Les Amis 3.5 years ago with my co-founder Oleg. In the beginning, it was just two of us. Now, of course, we have a bigger team.
Explain what prompted you to form this.
So it basically started from my personal need and problem, let's say like that. So I'm originally from Estonia, and I moved countries twice. First to Ireland, to Dublin, and then to Barcelona, Spain. And I was absolutely surprised that it's actually so hard to make new friends in a new city as an adult when you're not a university student anymore. Maybe you're working from home, or you're working in a company or office when everybody is, for example, older than you, or in my case, when there's everybody's only men industry. So it's actually hard to find friends there, and that's why Les Amis was created.
Are you talking about friendships with other men or friendships with other women, or both?
I'm talking, for example, in Les Amis case, it's basically friendship with other women.
And obviously that's important because there's not enough place for women to feel safe.
Absolutely.
Number one. So your app, when you put it together, did you start using it yourself, and have you made any friendships?
I was the power user from that. Absolutely. And yes, actually right now, all my friends are from Les Amis. And for me, like my, for example, birthdays are even kind of bigger things right now, because when I see all the people around me who became my friends through Les Amis, I understood that, wow, first of all, I created this project to help myself, and it really worked. And then I understand that other thousands and thousands of women can feel the same on their birthdays or just another day, that they can actually have a circle around them.
So is the circle meant to be online or in person as well?
So it's actually in person, because Les Amis works city by city, and it is connected with offline events. So basically, we connect through two things. First is small groups of women, usually 10 women per group, who meet through offline experiences. In terms of offline experiences, can be literally everything. Brunches, dinners, pottery workshops, flower bouquet making, wine tastings, horse riding, yacht rides, and so on. And then the second thing that we build is that we build our own AI algorithm, which is smart matching. We calculate the connectivity score between users. And the higher the score is, for example, 96% or whatever, then we create a chat for you in the app, and we explain why you got connected, which also helps you with the small talk and the first talk, because it's not the conversation when it's like, oh, how are you? I'm good. How about you?
Cut to the chase.
But because if we explain that you both play tennis, for example, then your first sentence can be like, oh, how long are you playing, and in which places are you playing, and let's go play together. It's already give you way more, let's say, point
Right.
to do the conversation and so on, and not just pointless, hey, how are you?
Well, starting from scratch is so hard. You know, I like your dress. Thanks. Like, it's hard to start from there.
I hear that this might be something that Gen Z, millennials, definitely connect on an app. Is this replacing anything, or is this a new trend in the way people are meeting each other?
I would say the new generation of meetings, because, for example, right now, millennials and Gen Z, they are not meeting through bars because of two different reasons. One, Gen Z is just not interested in bars, and for them it's harder to do the first talk and small talk. And secondly, from all the stats, Gen Z is the generation that drink the less.
You're right.
Oh, interesting.
And I've heard that, the stats. So if I was a bar owner, I'd be a little frightened. But it's a great way for people to meet up on the app. It sounds like a great idea. Is it taken off?
Yeah, absolutely. And actually it grew very fast from even the first month, because the first month we just started from Instagram page. There was nothing else. And we were just testing the idea, like using just random photos that kind of gives you an aesthetic of the event. And then literally within 2 weeks, we got 2,000 applications.
Wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, we have to do the website immediately, like yesterday.
That is amazing to me. First of all, that it's that successful, and that this new quote unquote friendship economy is beginning to blossom. Do you think that we'll be seeing you, blowing up to an incredible influencer? You look like you're headed in the right direction for that. First
Absolutely.
of all, yeah, she's calling from her yacht. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I wouldn't think that you would have trouble meeting people, but I think that it would be, I do know that when you are meeting new people, it's hard to see what their
motives.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
So and I'm a Gen X. Don't discount the Gen X women, because we don't want to go to bars either. And there's a movement in my age group, I'm 52, to decentralize men in general. You know what I mean? To not go out looking for men. And even when you go out and you're not looking for a man, they think you're looking for them. Right? So I like the idea of women actually just want women connections, because we can share things on a different level than you can with most men without the problematic behaviors of men.
Yeah, that's the tough part.
Of which there are many. So I think what you're doing is wonderful and greatly needed.
Yeah, that's great. So where can people find out about it? Give a plug, a website plug.
Sure. The website is lesami.cc, or actually, for example, the Instagram handle is absolutely the same. And Les Amis means friends in French.
That's fantastic.
That's ideal.
What's next?
On Monday, we had actually the big day. We launched absolutely new branding, which I truly love. And then the next big thing is first, of course, launching more cities in US. So we launched the first one in April. It was Austin. And next month, we're launching our new US city, which I'm really excited about. And the second big thing, as I told you about in the beginning, that we do this smart matching just one-on-one.
Right.
But we are expanding to one-to-many, which will be 6 people group for them to connect even.
Wow,
really
that's great.
cool.
Will you work on a product for men, please? Older men, especially. It's hard to make friends when you're an old guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not looking for it anymore. I just want to make some friends and have good dinner. So it sounds like this would be perfect. Curated events.
It's on a roadmap, and it will be also launched this year.
Oh, that's great. Well, when you get to Long Beach, California, we're just outside of Los Angeles. So we'll be your test market.
Yeah. There you
Absolutely.
go.
Get in touch with us.
You will get the first
Isn't that
message.
Anna, it's so great to talk to you. Thank you for doing our show. I know you're probably going to blow up. She'll be on today's show by next week.
Right.
But we've got you, and I'm so happy.
Congratulations on
Yeah,
the success.
congratulations on it. And tell Paul hello and thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, and have a great day.
You too.
Now, if they had an app like that for men to meet friends,
Yes.
do you think it would just turn into a hookup
Yep.
app? Yeah, I
Yep.
was going to say, I try not to trash talk men too much.
No, keep doing what you do, because I want to say sometimes I feel like you're wrong, but sometimes I realize in person you're right.
That's the
We are
thing.
up to stuff all the
It's-
time.
The motivation is different.
Yeah, it is. I love that. That was great. And you didn't see her, but she was beautiful.
Absolutely.
Just beautiful. I was going to say you don't look like you would have any problem making friends, but
well, that's a man's take.
Exactly.
Why do you have a hard time making friends? You're gorgeous. Well,
Yeah, see?
that's just you know what I mean. That maybe she's boring.
And she's looking for more. And
Right.
that's kind of
I
what I'm
don't
looking
know
for.
how many times I've heard big female stars talk about how they can't make friends because people feel they're unapproachable if they're so attractive.
You're right.
I have that problem myself. No, I
took my joke.
beat you to it.
Well, little music coming on up, and this one has love in the title, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is Counting Crows.
Yay.
Brand new music with,
right on.
with love from A to Z.
It's Mornings on the Beach, your Saturday Sunday delight.
Yes, yes.
Danny Lemos right here.
Mike Stark.
Melanie Ray. And last weekend, I went on a bike ride. There were about 100 people. We met downtown and we rode to look at some of the Art Renzi murals. And if you don't know, it used to be Pow Wow. And then it was Walls, Long Beach, and now it's Art Renzi. And there are 9 new murals in Long Beach. And the tour that I went on started at Renaissance High School. There's 2 or 3 new ones at Renaissance High Schools. I noticed they're starting to put them in public schools now, which I think they're probably doing to protect it from taggers and whatnot, because they can lock it. But then they were having events where you could see it, which was one of these. So I went on this bike ride and we looked at 3 of the murals at Renaissance High School, and the artists were there on the lifts and telling us about their experience and where they're from. And then there were a couple others at Lowell Elementary School, and there's 9 total. And if you look online, there's a map, and you can go check them out.
I know we found it. We found it the other night. Took Boomer and said, "Let's go for a walk." And so we found the parrots at First in between Elm and Linden.
I haven't seen that
Oh
one.
my God! And the artist was there,
So cool.
talking to people about that, because I loved it because it was clear he was proud
Right.
of their work and that they don't get the chance to share like that with
Right.
residents. So it was awesome. Two
Well,
big, beautiful parrots.
And the murals in Long Beach, I think, really add to the city. And I noticed that there are a lot of murals that weren't done by any of those organizations. I think businesses are putting murals on their walls just to kind of be part of it. And it's really a beautiful way to beautify an urban
Keep 'em there.
environment.
I agree.
Expose people to art.
Make them a tour like that, a walking or biking tour, right?
Yeah, or
And-
those little. when I have people in town, I like to rent the little scooters.
Oh yeah.
And tool around and go look
Aw.
at the murals.
Do you ever get those pedal things at the beach with the carriages that?
Oh no, I haven't done those. But what's fun is when because I roller skate, and what's fun is when you watch them go one way and they're all like, yeah, and then you watch them pedal against the wind and they're all like,
One day we saw them coming up Alamitos, and we thought, oh, wait a minute, they shouldn't be off the track. And right behind them was this little go-kart coming after them. There's rules, I guess. You got to be on the big bike path. But that's awesome. I love that fact. And I've tried to say we should have art projects along the walkway there at the beach level, at Alamitos Beach, and have a competition. So every building builds an art piece that can light up at night and make it safer for everybody to walk at night. And bring a destination, bring people over here to say Long Beach is a city of art.
Well, there's a new one in Lincoln Park that's on the ground by the skate park. And there were pictures of it in the Long Beach Post where I got the article.
The murals on the ground?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I think it's a great way to beautify an urban environment, and expose people to art. And I like the idea
agree.
too. The ones I saw were in schools, which is cool too, because then the kids are just seeing the works are safe, and the kids are exposed to art every day, and that gives it a less institutional vibe, like a lot of schools have.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Yeah, and if
Go
you
check it out, and it's free. Go check it out.
That's a good thing to do.
Pack your lunch. Look at the map, and then you can pick what area to go into and catch. See a bunch of
Absolutely.
them.
And I recommend it. If you're not thinking about getting out and doing something different this weekend, try it.
Yeah.
Change up your space, change up your head.
Get a cup of coffee and
you
walk
never
over.
know where you end up.
Right.
What sandwich shop you discover, or burrito, or awesome stuff.
Right.
Just get out. And I have to prompt myself to do that. It's nice and comfortable at home. But I have to get up and go do something, and we explore all over the place. And Boomer's become locally famous.
Yeah.
So we just want to make
he
sure.
is.
In fact, rumors, hopefully, will be allowed on the KLVP Harbor Cruise.
Oh.
Coming up, it's only 2 weeks away, Thursday, August 14th. We set sail at 7 p.m. from Shoreline Village, the fisherman village down here on the shoreline, aboard Spirit Cruise Liner, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, I can't wait.
Imagine it, right? You're sitting there, the sun is going down, and it's just, you're having a glass of wine and the music
with your
playing.
delightful KLBP host friends.
All of us will be with you, and it's going to be a great party. It's starting to fill up, so if you haven't already, you want to get a ticket. The single tickets went on sale this week at $50 each, and for $50, what a value. First of all, you're helping us build a new newsroom.
Right.
And we so need it. This is about supporting the young folks out there that will be the journalists of tomorrow. We got to give them a place to practice. And that's what we do here. We can. No other station in LA is going to open the door to a student and say, write the news and we're going to put you on the air. They're not going to let you do that.
Not a chance.
Right.
So that's number one. You're supporting that cause. Number two, you're going to get dinner. You're going to get a wine. There will be mixed drinks available at No Host Bar. And prizes. We're gathering up prizes from business in the neighborhood. We're going to just give you a bunch of raffle tickets when we get there. And, prize opportunity tickets. I don't understand why it's got to be that, but it's got to be.
I know.
And you get a chance to take something home with you. And we've got a wonderful donation of a beautiful art piece. It's a guitar that is completely bedazzled. I mean, this thing sparkles that you can't believe it.
Wow.
And the artist, Mark Morelli, who was with us this past weekend at the Art and Design Walk, donated it to KLBP and said, I will give this to the person that donates $1,000. Oh. So I'll tell you what, we should auction that off at the Harbor Cruise and say, anybody, this is a beautiful art piece. I'm talking about it. Its value is at least 4 times that. And this artist, by the way, Mark, you check him out. Mark Morale, just like Morales without the S, .com. Check him out.
Well, and also supporting public media. I mean, like we're talking about Spotify, we're talking about Paramount Plus, all these huge things that are they're censoring us. They're censoring us.
And this is your station. If you're listening, you can have access to it. Just let us know, and we'll put you on the air somehow. Come on Mornings on the Beach. We'd love to chat with you if you'd like to come on Mornings on the Beach. But speaking of Mornings on the Beach, it's going to be afternoon in a minute because we're going to get out of here.
No, already. It goes by so fast.
It goes by so fast. And so if you're listening, by the way, on Saturday, we just talked about you getting out of the street. On Sunday, if you're listening, we've got a show coming up that we want to tell you about.
Yeah, it's an encore of our tribute to Ozzy on LA radio sessions. So if you didn't hear it last week, check it out this week.
That's all coming up right here on 99.1 KLBP.